Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience and say what your art form is?
Right. My name is Kudzai. I am a writer and I'm based in Middlesbrough. Yeah, that's really it.
So what is your writing? Are you a poet or is it more
No, not really. It's more like children's literature. I'm more into the children's book, adventure kind of books.
nice?
Yeah, that's what I've tried poetry. I mean, I've done event with the TWP. I've done one
She's a
poet, but it
poet.
was just for
Yeah.
me to just, try it a little bit. But I'm mostly focused on children's books. That's what I specialize in.
Have you got any published?
Yes, I've got some books, and you can actually find them in Mima, and you can find them. I've actually sent you an email with all the links of
Yeah, I
where
just
you
got that.
can
I didn't
buy.
have time to open it, but yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so that's what I tend to focus on.
How long have you been writing?
Ooh, it's a long time actually. Um, in terms of just writing, I think I must have started from the age of like 15. And then actually to get myself into publishing, I think it must have been 7 years ago that I finally got myself into publishing. And also I went on to be a storyteller because, with children's stories, you really have to be like a storyteller. And sometimes I've gone into schools. I've even done the North Children's Book Festival,
Oh,
Storyteller
right,
of the
okay.
Day, that
Wow.
kind of thing. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
fantastic.
really.
That's fantastic. When
Mm.
did you first start writing then? You said 15. Was that
Yeah.
when you first started
I
properly
would say,
writing?
yeah, I would say because I mean, English kind of got, I mean, the English sort of like English literature at school got me into like just like writing that kind of thing. And also when I would get home, I ended up sort of starting a blog where I would just write on my blog. And
Wow.
yeah, so I was 15, and I mean after school, because I used to go to if you know St. David's, it's not Trinity, but I
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
go to St. David's, and then it went to become Trinity Catholic College. So after school, I'll just be doing my
Just be a
little
scribbler.
blog. Yes, yes. So
So,
that's what.
so how
Mm.
did you first get involved in writing? Was it just your love of English literature at school? Was that really it?
I think so. Yeah, because I just loved English literature, and just reading different books and authors, and I think I always got fascinated with authors. For example, J.K. Rowling, Michael Rosen, Beatrice Porter, those kind of
Yeah.
authors. Their work just fascinated me. So that I think I just found an interest into writing, and
Yeah.
then I said, okay, let me
Did you
try
did you meet
writing.
Michael Rosen when he came to Teesside in 2018? Did you?
No, did you come to Middlesbrough? I
He
didn't even
did. You
know
know the T
that.
Junction. The T Junction.
Oh
Oh
my goodness.
yes, the T Junction Poetry Festival. He was one of the first performers, and he was on
Oh
at
my
Middlesbrough Library.
God. Seriously, I missed
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I
Is
really
that?
missed out. I'm a
I
big
mean,
fan. I'm a big,
I
big
mean, I
fan.
even got my kids to go to that because
Seriously.
Michael Rosen
Wow.
is like a hero, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
So he's one of your inspirations, then, Michael Rosen.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. His books are fantastic, aren't they? His
Very
poetry and
good.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm.
he's got such a diverse range of subjects that he writes about. So
Mm.
yeah,
I
so
love his storytelling as well. I always tend
yeah,
to watch him on YouTube. How he's such a great storyteller. I learn from him, to be honest.
yeah. Oh, so that's really
Yeah.
good. So you've answered that question about your inspirations. Um,
Yeah.
so are you mainly focused on children's books then? Was that what you like to write? Do you think you'll ever do
Yes.
adult?
Yeah, I think that I should just stick to that because actually before I got into children's books, I had actually tried to do like adult content, but
Yeah,
it just wasn't for me. I
yeah.
just figured it out like it's going to be more difficult. Whereas with I don't know with telling stories to children, it's much fun. You can
Yeah,
imagine so many
yeah.
things. So yeah, and it's in a way you kind of relive your childhood. I don't know if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like
I can
because you
understand. I
think
can
of
really understand that. Yeah, yeah.
mm,
And
yeah,
I think um, the more people who write for children, I think is better. To really
yeah.
widen that scope out as well. So I think that's fantastic. Good for you. Good for you. So Michael Rosen, J.K. Rowling, all your major influences.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Um.
definitely.
So have you had a university education, or have you just gone straight?
I did actually go to university. I went to Bournemouth University in
Nice.
2018, but then it wasn't for writing, it was more for something else. But then I ended up dropping it halfway because I figured out I should just become a writer. So I ended up just leaving that and then focus mostly on writing and doing so many things with it.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's good. Do you work alone? Do you collaborate? Have you done any
Uh,
Would you do a
I wouldn't say
collaboration?
I work. Yeah, I would love to do the collaboration with people around Middlesbrough. I don't say I work alone because even my own project, I mean, you still have to get illustrators, you still
Yeah,
have to get cover designers, you still have to. So it's never really
yeah.
an alone project. You're always working with someone. You have to get editors and all those kind of things. So no, it's never alone. In a way, it's kind of a collaboration, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
that is true. Yeah, and I think sometimes the illustration, especially with children's books, the
mm.
illustrations are really important, aren't they? They
It's
bring
very,
your words
probably the
alive.
biggest, yeah, it's the biggest part of, doing a children's book, really. As much as, you focus on the words, but the pictures, they sell the book.
Yeah,
They
because I think
do.
children learn by looking, don't they, at pictures.
Yeah, they're
Which
visual.
illustrators have you worked with?
I haven't worked with anyone locally. I tend to just work with people maybe from a far distance, so you probably wouldn't know even if I mentioned
Oh,
them.
right. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I haven't worked with anyone locally. Maybe because I don't know anyone. I haven't really done my research, but yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
with all these interviews, because I know there's lots of different interviews happening with different
Mm.
creative arts. So maybe you'll find one.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, it would be nice to actually have that, one-to-one session with an illustrator, obviously after the coronavirus
Oh, I know.
pandemic, because
It's kind
it's
of
a
you try to
pain.
forget about it, don't you? But oh, this is why we. Because if it
You
wasn't
know
for
what I
that,
mean?
we would be in a room
Mm,
together, and we'd be, yeah.
absolutely, yeah, it would be so much better, but
Oh,
that's life.
oh. Do you write? Do you? Where do you? Have you got a special writing space, or do you write anywhere and everywhere?
Anywhere and anywhere, anywhere and everywhere. Sorry. No, I wouldn't say I've got like a specific. No, no, I just tend to just write anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
If once I get my ideas there, I'll just sometimes I know there's been times where I've actually been in the bus and then I'll write in the back of my, I don't know, notepad, and
Yeah.
so yeah, ideas just come and then I just write. I'm very flexible.
Oh, well, that's really good. That's good. That's good.
Mm.
And why do you think the creative arts are important, personally to you, and
Creative
generally?
arts. I think they're important in the sense that obviously you are inventing something, that's not ordinary. You are having to think, of, for example, especially with children's book, you're having to think of something, like a space, a time.
Yeah.
And I think that's fascinating, because sometimes just the norm is boring. Whereas if you're imagining and you're thinking, it's actually exciting. I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think it's exciting. It's so exciting. And as well, I think as well the creative art is good in the sense of it's a way of expressing yourself, because sometimes you don't know how to say maybe words, you can draw,
Yeah.
or maybe if you don't know how to say something, you can sing, or maybe, like there's so many
Oh,
ways you can
that's
express
such a lovely way.
yourself.
Yeah, that's a lovely
Yeah.
way to say it. Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
That's. And how have you coped in lockdown?
It's been tough, especially because I actually had loads of like events with schools where I would go into schools, but now it's different in the sense of like, well, how can we even do that now? There's so much of all these rules of social distancing, and maybe there's like 4 kids in the classroom, so it has changed everything. I
Yeah,
haven't actually been into a school yet because of, I mean, of the lockdown, but I think that's difficult
yeah.
as well. And also you can't go to like book festivals, you can't
I
even go to
know.
the library,
Oh, it's
you know what I
horrible,
mean?
isn't
Such
it?
a normal thing that you
Yeah,
used to do before.
yeah.
So yeah, it's changed everything, to be it's
So
like
has it
you have
made
to
you?
find.
Have you found you've been less creative then during lockdown, or has it made you more creative?
Ah, That's a tough question. I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I have been more creative because now you have more time to do
Yeah.
that. At the same time, you're not as, I don't know, actually, yeah, I guess it's actually made me more creative, I
So
think,
you've
because
written
I've got
more.
more time. Yeah, I think so. Yes, yeah.
That's good. Well, I suppose that's it. But I guess we have to take as much positive as we can from it, don't
Yeah, yeah, as much as we can
we?
say, oh, it's a terrible situation, but it's actually good because,
Yeah,
and also the technology is good because now you can meet, with other writers online, and which is great.
oh,
So sorry, yeah,
it's
it's my
fine,
alarm.
it's
I
fine,
don't know.
don't
I've got an
worry. No.
alarm. It's an alarm.
Well,
Going.
I've really enjoyed meeting you. And I, in real life, when we're not
Mm,
behind a screen,
mm.
I'm the host for Diverse.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mm,
that's
I did
amazing.
actually want to get in touch with you.
Oh, before.
So when Diverse comes back, hopefully next
uh,
year,
yes.
would you like to come and do, do some of your stories live?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I would also love to meet you in person, with other writers in person. I mean, we haven't done this in a very long time, so
No.
yes, I would love to be part of it. I mean, I think was it last year or the start of this year, there was a diverse event that I actually spoke to, so it was quite a good event.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
well,
it's good.
the last live one we had was in March.
All right,
Um,
okay, yeah, it
yeah,
was quite good. Yeah, I remember.
yeah.
I can't remember
But
exactly which one I
oh
went
no,
to,
it's
but
probably. But I would love to. I would love to have you come and do some storytelling. That would be
yeah,
fantastic.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Seriously, I look forward to it. I can't wait.
Well, I'll keep in touch then. And
Yes, that would be great.
thank you so much for your interview and for giving up your time. And take care.
Thank
Yep.
you so much, Julie. Take care for
You
now.
too.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.